Boeing, a name that symbolizes flight, innovation, and America's dominance in the skies. But behind the polished image lies a turbulent history of ambition, war, corporate greed, and catastrophic failure. From humble beginnings in a Seattle boathouse to the global stage of aviation warfare and commercial travel, Boeing has been both the builder of dreams and the author of nightmares. It all began in 1916, when William Boeing, a timber magnate with an eye for aviation, built his first seaplane in Seattle. The company he formed, originally called Pacific Aero Products, would later become the Boeing Airplane Company. Boeing's planes quickly caught the attention of the U.S. military during World War I. Contracts flowed in. The young company thrived. And as the 1920s roared, Boeing wasn't just building airplanes. It was expanding into airmail and commercial flight. But success came with enemies. In 1934, the U.S. government accused Boeing and others of monopolistic practices. The company was forced to break apart, creating separate entities for manufacturing and airline operations. Boeing learned early, when you chase money too hard, Washington comes knocking. World War II made Boeing a giant. Its B-17 Flying Fortress and the legendary B-29 Super Fortress turned Boeing into the backbone of America's air war. The company's factories ran 24/7, churning out bombers that leveled cities and changed history forever. But war wasn't just about patriotism, it was about profits. Boeing took the lead in cooperating with other important aviation companies during World War II, including Douglas Aircraft, McDonnell Aircraft, North American Aviation, and the Hughes Aircraft Company to organize the aviation industry into maximum production. By the end of the 20th century, all of these wartime partners would be consolidated by the Boeing Company. Boeing made billions supplying destruction on demand. When the war ended, they didn't slow down. The Cold War became a golden goose. Bombers, tankers, missiles. If the Pentagon wanted it, Boeing built it. The money machine was in motion, and it would never stop. In 1958, Boeing introduced the 707, the jetliner that revolutionized commercial travel. Suddenly, the world was smaller, connected by Boeing's wings. The company wasn't just a military contractor anymore. It was the face of modern aviation. Then came the 747, the queen of the skies. A plane so massive, so iconic, it redefined travel itself. Boeing was unstoppable. Airlines lined up, governments depended on them, passengers trusted them. But behind the glamour of the jet age, Boeing was already showing signs of arrogance. They dominated the market, and with dominance came complacency. Why was this history lesson on Boeing needed? Because up until the merger with McDonnell Douglas in 1997, Boeing's corporate image was that of an innovative, engineering-focused company, prioritizing quality, safety, and collaboration, often described as an engineer's company, with a decentralized, family-like culture that emphasized design excellence above all else. This merger was supposed to create strength. Instead, it created rot from within. McDonnell Douglas executives brought a new philosophy: focus on shareholders, not engineering. Cost-cutting replaced craftsmanship. Profit replaced pride. This was a turning point. Boeing shifted from being an engineer's company to a Wall Street company. The consequences would be deadly on both the military and commercial sides. The 2000s brought war, once again profitable for Boeing. The company made fortunes building Apache helicopters, F-15s, and military satellites. Soon the news would be filled with commercial crashes, but the military is already seeing the effects of Boeing's new business model. Boeing promised a reliable aerial refueling tanker. Instead, the KC-46 Pegasus became a flying disaster. Refueling boom, defective, vision system, blinded by sunlight. Boeing's losses, $7 billion and counting. The Osprey was supposed to revolutionize transport. Instead, it became infamous for deadly crashes. Over fatal flaws. Pilots blacked out with oxygen system failures, maintenance costs made each flight hour insanely expensive, and production stopped at just 187 jets, pricing reaching $350 million. The same shortcuts that broke military programs infected Boeing's commercial jets. 2 crashes: Lion Air 610, 2018, Ethiopian Airlines 302, 2019. 346 people killed. A software system, MCAS, deliberately hidden from pilots to rush approval. Why? To compete with Airbus. Speed mattered more than safety. Investigations revealed Boeing had hidden critical safety issues, pressured regulators, and prioritized speed and profit over lives. The once trusted name in aviation was now synonymous with greed and corruption. The fallout cost Boeing billions, but more importantly, it shattered public trust. Emails revealed Boeing employees mocking regulators and airlines. Boeing spent millions lobbying Congress, softening FAA oversight. Instead of grounding the MAX after the first crash, they blamed pilots. The 737 MAX was grounded worldwide in 2019, costing Boeing tens of billions. Lawsuits, fines, and settlements piled up. Families demanded justice. Boeing's CEO was ousted but left with a $60 million golden parachute. This is the darkest cycle. When commercial fails, military contracts keep Boeing alive. When military fails, airlines still buy Boeing because Airbus is the only alternative. Pilots forced to fly planes riddled with flaws. National defense compromised. Families boarding jets where corners were cut, bolts skipped, warnings ignored. A fallen giant dragging American credibility with it. Boeing was once a symbol of American ingenuity, a symbol of technological pride, a symbol of reaching the skies and touching the future. But that future was poisoned. Today, Boeing is no longer just an aerospace company. It's a cautionary tale. A company that allowed greed to creep into every rivet, every bolt, every software line of code. A company that forgot that engineering isn't just about speed or profit, it's about trust. And when that trust collapses, soldiers suffer, families suffer, passengers die. The military isn't safe, the skies aren't safe, and Boeing doesn't care because the stock price still climbs.